All right, so we're finally here. I've been trying to do this video for days now. Right away, the energy for this one's feeling already pretty different. Just that the versions in Spanish a couple of hours ago, and well, I guess all I can say is it felt different. I couldn't stop laughing on that one for some reason. So anyway. I hope this is not going to be a very long video. This particular new moon in Pisces, the sign of spirituality, mysticism, delirium, fantasy, dreams, and all is one kind of a magic, is going to be, well, there's a lot of things going on in the sky at the same time, but I want to focus on one specific thing, which is the actual path of the moon after its conjunction with the sun. It's going to be touching five different planets on its way out of the cycle. And this is all happening between the 28th and March the 1st. So it's just a lapse of a few hours, really. In magic, the moon is, in ritual magic, the moon is a key aspect to download energies from the universe down into Earth. It's used a lot for manifestation rituals for this reason. Every time the moon conjuncts a planet, it draws down from the sky the energies related to the archetype, or the many archetypes connected to that planet. So, we're going to see what these stages are going to be and how this might affect us, I guess, in the end. Anyway, without further ado, welcome. This is me, and this is Hapri Tarot. So, like I said, like I've said before, as we know, new moons are... Oh, yeah, by the way, we are using the Astro alignment deck by Mystic Mondays, and I forgot her name, Grace Duong. As we have mentioned before, new moons are the beginning of a cycle, as normally connected to planting the seeds for something new to be developing and growing and fulfilling 6 months later in the full moon of the same sign. Right now, the new moon of creation, intention, potential is in the sign of Pisces, of psychic, intuitive, dreamy energies. I already talked about this during the intro. So this is the path that the moon is going to be following right after its conjunction. Sorry about that notification. Right after its conjunction with the sun. Number one is going to be stepping into Saturn territory, which is going to act pretty much like the IRS in a way. Is going to check how you've been behaving, and right after that, we're going to know if we have some sort of karmic debt, or if we're going to get some sort of a karmic refund. So, after the IRS, the moon is touching Mercury, the planet of communication, correspondence, expression, learning, the mind, mental processes. So in a way, it's kind of like we're going to be getting a little bit of an update in our software, kind of like our operative system is going to get a little bit of an update, an upgrade. So right after that, we're aligning with the North Node in Pisces. So this is a focus on spirituality, on what is next for mankind, humankind, and in regards of its connection with the cosmos, with the universe, with the inner self and the higher self. And whenever you get an alignment with a conjunction with the North Node, there will be an opposition with the South Node, which is the connection with past lives. And with this process between Mercury and Neptune also connected in a way, all been in Pisces with the South Node, it's like we're going to get a little bit of a memory of who we are, even if this is in the subconscious level, I guess. If this is not fully aware, it's still there is going to be some sort of an activation. And here we have the North Node as destiny, purpose, and activation. So there has to be some sort of an alignment, an understanding of where we're coming from and where we're heading to. And then we align with Neptune, mysticism, spirituality, and escapism. It's the modern ruler of Pisces, and definitely the planet of spiritual expansion, of connection with the divine, delirium. I always mention delirium when I talk about Pisces and Neptune because it is very important, especially when we have such heavy and such active energies in a sign like Pisces and Neptune is involved. We need to use our discernment so that we don't get lost in this whole connection with everything in the matrix. It can be overwhelming and it can be very confusing. We're going to be like the movie, like I always say about that movie, Everything Everywhere All at Once. We're going to be feeling that kind of connection, even if it's in our dream state, even if it's only subconsciously, but we're going to be feeling that kind of connection. And once that kind of connection clicks in, it's very easy to, like we say in Spanish, to lose our ground, So use your discernment so you can remain grounded. All right. So, and there's a little bit of a last part of the journey, but we'll get into that after drawing the cards. So let's see what we have. I'm going to be drawing two cards per each step, so we get a little bit of a deeper view or understanding on how this is going to be working out. All right. Okay. Here we have the Saturn cards. Saturn is going to be talking about lack of confidence, victim mentality, and how all of these limitations are self-imposed. The one thing that we need to break free from is our own mind, is our own imposed limitations. We have a way to see how this, when we get this card on the reverse, all of these pentagrams look like the devil star, right? Like the star and the devil, which means that we have a little way too much focus on the material. So, I mean, this will apply different for everyone. But there's another thing, in this extreme focus here on the mind. Both of these cards are ruled respectively by Virgo and Gemini, which are the signs ruled by Mercury. So what Saturn is going to bring on here for this collective has a lot to do with mental limitation, with mind, well, maybe mind control for some, but how our own mind is our own fence. That is the one thing that keeps us blindfolded, and limited, unable to feel proud of who we are and what we have achieved, unable to see which achievements those have been. Just like the falcon here, that is also, well, let's say blindfolded, but unable, it has his sight covered up. Then, okay, just this one's okay. Two. Okay, this is a lot. The Knight of Cups. So there's definitely that dreaminess, which I guess to overcome this, we need to allow ourselves to dream, thinking outside the box, and feeling, more than anything, feeling outside of these limitations. We need to break free from this. The good news for this collective is that all of these limitations are self-imposed. What Saturn and Mercury here, it seems like they're working together, are going to make us understand is that the way to break free from this is to stop focusing on the and start allowing our heart to guide us, our emotions to drive us away from this mind limitation. Exactly. That's what is going to allow us to move. But we need to break free from this first. This is an understanding that will be brought by Mercury with the alignment of the conjunction with the moon. Now, as for purpose activation, see, there's a lot of limitation in this collective here, this group. But that's okay. This is what it's going to be. This thing that you're so afraid guarding here, this is your actual potential. See, that's a heart chakra right here. We need to let it free so it can shine. We need to allow our inner child to enjoy. We need joy to be our guidance, our GPS. Not the mind, not the limitation, not the reasons why we can't. We need to focus on the reasons why we can. Wow, that's so funny. This card came in this... Oh, no, it wasn't this position, actually. Yeah. So, there's a lot of focus on fatalism here. This is a very fatalist and a very negative thinking group. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to... this is not an attack. I'm not yelling at anybody. I'm just noticing things. And this is actually what this lunation, this moon phase, this whole process is going to bring for you. And we'll get to this part and see why. But the important thing is to stop seeing yourself as a victim of your circumstances. I'm not saying that you're not going through hardship. But what this is saying is that this hardship... you're kind of done with. Let's get it over with. That's what this is saying. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be rude nor harsh, but this is how it feels. Yep. Wow. There's a lot of conflict to be overcome, but this is good. And actually, I'm sorry, one second. Okay. It looks like, yeah, like we said, there's a lot of focus on the material and holding on, a lot of attachment to the material in this group. What they're asking for you to do is to accept that there's something bigger out there, that there is something else, that the whole divine thing, the whole... Okay, that's why we get so many cards for this group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, got it. Yeah, because we're not done here yet. For some reason, it feels like this group feels that accepting this otherworldly idea for this group feels a little bit like a loss, like a defeat, like something they're struggling with to accept. I mean, it would be surprising for me because you wouldn't be, I think you wouldn't be watching tarot reading in YouTube if this was not your kind of thing. However, I do get that maybe this is one of your first steps into this, and if it is, welcome. I hope I can provide a healthy insight or any help for you. I'm not trying to sell any idea, but the advice I can give you is you can't let go, and you don't need to let go of anything if you don't feel ready. But if you are feeling a calling, you're feeling something pulling you towards it, there may be a reason for that. And if you don't feel like you're ready, maybe the universe does. So don't be hasty. Don't be impulsive. I would not recommend to be impulsive with this kind of thing. And this kind of process going on here can actually make you impulsive. So be mindful about that. I wouldn't recommend it, especially not when it comes to spiritual initiation. Take it easy. Take it slow. Take your time. Because this is already a lot of energy going on. All right? So, easy. If you're not ready to let go like this, go at your own pace. I don't care what the cards say. I know what it is like to just jump into it, and it's not healthy. So take your time. I'm not saying stop. I'm just saying take it easy. You don't need to rush. There's no need to rush. I don't see any rush anywhere. Especially if you're feeling like this about it. So wait up. Okay, let's see what the rest of the cards say. There is a balance that needs to be obtained among all of this, first of all. All right? And this needs to be fair for you and for whatever this process will actually unlock for you in your life. Yep. There's definite movement, and a lot of very important areas in your life are going to be moving along with it. But see, this is all very well balanced. This is all about truth, honesty, trust in your intuition, trust in your connection with the divine. You may not feel it yet, but it looks like you actually do have a very strong connection or calling. That doesn't mean you need to rush. The Chariot is about rapid movement. However, see how it's actually still sitting? It's waiting for a sign. See? Wow, and this is pretty big. Something here for you is actually going to change at a very grand scale, but it's going to be something really good. Really, really good. Truth. Discernment. I told you, this is about discernment. Be able to tell what is real and what is not. And don't worry, you don't need to rush. None of this needs to be right away. See? Balance. Again. Big decisions, but there's going to be clarity about this. So wait up. Because the last step of the way, which is over here, is when it's going to tell you how this is going to work. So, right after the moon steps in each one of these conjuncts each one of these placements here, it's going to move out of Pisces into the sign of Aries, which is the sign of individuality, of the self. And it's going to run into Venus, the planet of love, of value, and valuing. This is a planet, this is the energy that provides self-esteem. The ability that we have to value ourselves is the same ability that we're going to have to value any other thing around us. If we don't place value in ourselves, all of the value that we place outwards is going to be taking everything else from us. So, this whole process, this going through a little bit of extra fast dark night of the soul, is so we understand our purpose, the reason for us to live the life we want, an alignment with what our true self actually wants and connects with, and so we understand who we are and the value that we have. And based on this is how we're going to make our decisions. Based on this is how our clarity is going to come around. And that is when we're going to be able to move. All right? I know, it's going to be a pretty heavy weekend. Starting actually tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. It's supposed to be on the 28th, but I believe at some point during the night of between the 27th and the 28th. And this other last part is on March the 1st, at least on the west anyway. So all right, that's all I have for you today. Enjoy the ride. Welcome to this beautiful world of well, whatever fashion of it you choose to align with, and have fun. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. You are the key, all right? Understanding the true you is the key. All right, that's all I have for you right now. Thank you very much for your time. See you soon.